Is your name Muntet or Montet?
Muntet.
Okay, thank you. My name is Nelson Makanda, and I'm the chair of this selection panel. We want to thank you for showing interest in the positions we advertised, and we would also like to congratulate you for being shortlisted. And it's for that reason that you're here. So welcome, feel free. You have a notebook and a pen to use us and when you need. Invite my colleagues to introduce themselves, and after that we'll come to you. Linda, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Muntet, good morning.
Morning to you, madam.
My name is Linda Kiome, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome you for your interview. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Solomon, habari za asubuhi. Salama.
Naitwa Andrew Tanui, mwanachama wa jopo hili la uteuzi na karibu.
Asante.
Good morning, Mr. Muntet.
Morning.
Caroline Kituku, welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Solomon.
Morning.
My name is Adam Solo, a member of the selection panel.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you, sir.
My name is Nicodemus Bore. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Good morning, Mr. Muntet.
Morning.
My name is Fatuma Ali Saman, a member of the panel. Please feel welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Muntet.
Morning.
Na karibu sana.
Asante.
My name is 𝐈𝐤𝐵C, and I'm a member of the panel.
Thank you.
Good morning, Solomon.
Morning to you, sir.
My name is Evans Misati. I'm a member of the selection panel. We welcome you.
Thank you.
Now we come to you, and we request that you introduce yourself, highlight the things that are significant for the role that you have applied in your profile, and let us know if you have any membership to a society, and if you have received any merit or award or whatever that has been given to you to honor you. I want to ask you to proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair and panelists, for giving me this opportunity. First and foremost, I want to thank the Almighty God for granting me the opportunity to come and have this interview with you. And also I want to thank you for shortlisting me. I consider it as a great favor, and therefore I appreciate. Just to highlight my career progression, in 1997, 1998, I got my first employment through an advert with an organization called ENSDA, or 𝐌𝐮𝐧𝐭𝐞 South Development Authority, as an internal auditor. And I worked with them for some times. And later, I saw another advert in the daily newspapers from an ICT consultants firm, which was working developing software for Kenya Power and Lighting Company and KenGen, and they wanted young people to assist them. And I applied, and I was recruited as an IT consultant. I worked with them also for some years, and later their contract ended in Kenya, and they got another contract in South Africa, and they say that they are not going with people from Kenya because they were also requested by the government of South Africa that they should employ their locals. And therefore, I was lucky enough that I got an advert from Moi University, which I applied as an administrative assistant. I went there from the year 2001. I worked with them as an administrative assistant in charge of administrative affairs. I was in the office of the then chief academic officer, the late Professor 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻. And I was in charge of students' admission. And later, a vacancy arose, and I was put to be in charge of principal administrative officer in charge of postgraduate admission, and also a general academic affairs of the academic division, and I assisted the administration in issues of students' welfare and even staff, academic staff welfare. And then later, the Committee of Senate in Moi University saw a need of expanding itself and maybe start campuses all over the country. I was appointed as the coordinator of a Dean's Committee, which made the studies on how to start campuses, and we went all around the country. We came to Nairobi area. We started a campus under my coordination, and then later we went to Mombasa. We started a campus, and we proceeded to Garissa, the now Garissa University. We started the campus, which grew to a constituent college, to a university, to a full-fledged university. We also started Karatina University. We started as a campus, and but later also grew to a constituent college, to a university, and Rongo University. We started as a campus also and grew to a constituent college, to a university. And also went to Kabianga. We started a campus. We went to Kisii, started a constituent college. Now it's a university. And we came to Narok, which is my hometown, my home area. We started a campus in Narok, which grew to a constituent college, to a full-fledged university. And all that was under my coordination. And I'm happy to report that when now we settled down as a committee and presented our report to Senate, then Narok campus grew to a constituent college, and I was seconded by Moi University to go to Masai Mara. It's now called Masai Mara University, as the head of marketing and communication, and also in charge of a program that at that time used to be known as a parallel program, and which I spearheaded well. We were able to get quite a substantial number of students, and thereafter I managed to coordinate a number of resources for the university. I was part of a team that collaborated with a number of international universities. One of them is Clemson University, which through my leadership, the Masai Mara University benefited a lot. I think we managed to get a lot of support, both mostly in kinds. We got a lot of computers and laptops for our library. We got books for our library, and we also had exchange program. We had some of our staff also going to study masters and PhD, and thereafter it happened that there was an issue of the country wanted to get new constituencies, new wards, and I was part of a team requested by the local community to spearhead on how Narok can benefit from that, which we came up with a proposal on how new constituencies can be created. And after that, I was requested with maybe the good things I did for the community. I was requested by the community to resign. That was 2012, and maybe seek an elective position, which I did, but I was not successful. And thereafter, after the election, I was appointed by the administration of the Narok County government as a senior deputy county secretary, a position I held for some time. Later, I was also given another designation as a director in charge of monitoring and evaluation, a position which I held, and through that, I assisted Narok County government to get linkages with a number of international body like USAID.
I'll give you 1 minute to summarize whatever that is left, please.
Yes.
Yes, kindly.
Thank you. And then in that position, I served for 10 years. And 2022, my contract ended, and I was appointed by the Minister of Education to be a council member of Tharaka University, which I am a member up to now. And I'm happy to report that as a member of council of Tharaka University, we have done, it's a young university, and we have done tremendous work in the university. It is one of the best performing universities now without pending bills. We don't have any pending bills, and I'm the chairman of the finance committee. And I'm glad to report that it has been getting position 2, or over all public universities, and position 3 and 4 over all parastatal in the country. So I'm glad to report that that has happened through good governance and good leadership, and we are strict on the issue of resource utilization. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, Linda.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Muntet, arising from all this experience that you have had, what do you think are the best skills that are required for the team of the commissioners to execute their mandate effectively? What skills do you think they require?
Thank you very much. One of the skills that I can bring on board is leadership and governance and resource mobilization. In the university that I am now, we have inculcated the spirit of good governance and leadership, both to ourselves as the board and also to our staff. And that is one thing I strongly believe that I will bring to the commission, good leadership and governance, whereby integrity, accountability, sustainability, and innovation is brought in. Secondly, Madam, I think I will also bring the concept of research. I am a researcher myself, and I strongly believe that IEBC need resources, extra resources, And I will bring the knowledge of research through research writing. And this is not only by the IEBC. If there is a research department in IEBC, I will implore upon my fellow commissioners that we strengthen, that will be able to work with institutions of research, even universities, both locally and internationally, to raise more funds for IEBC, to be able to whatever the IEBC get with in Treasury, will be able to add. So I will bring the knowledge of research and resource mobilization to IEBC.
And what are your personal attributes that you think will help you in the execution of your mandate as a commissioner?
One, my strong attributes, I am a God-fearing man, and I will bring in the fear of God. And I think also the other very, very important thing, I strongly believe in the principles of management. We have, to me, I always divide them into three. There is God-given, and God-given is wisdom and knowledge and discipline. And acquired is you have, acquired skills that you acquire from learning. And we also have inborn. Courage is one of them. And God has given me the spirit of courage, that whenever I'm faced by a situation, coupled with the fear of God and courage, because courage is also a principle of management, but you can have, you may not have courage. And I remember in one situation where where courage has assisted me a lot. I remember when I was in high school, and I was the CU chairman, and I was there was a lot of happening where there were a lot of tribals, that were happening in my local area, and it penetrated to the schools. And I remember there was this time when students wanted to fight all aliens who are not from that area. But the principal called me with the senior teacher, and I remember the patron of the CU and requested me, what are we going to do, because the school is going to be banned. And I remember telling them that let us pray. And we prayed in the principal's office, and I went and I walked out after the prayer and went with the Bible to my fellow kinsmen. And when they saw me coming to them, they knew I was going to tell them that you are not going for war. But when I reached there, I told them, no, I've come to pray for you so that when you go to war, you will not be harmed. And they agreed. So when I told them, put down your weapons, your crude weapons, they did that, and we prayed. When we prayed, somebody came out and said, no, we are not going for war because we are going to be harmed. What our CU chairman told us, let's stop this. And just to stop the whole, a long story short, courage took me, and we got just 3 people. We went to the principal's office, and they said, we have ended the war for now. And the principal called for all of them, all the students at the assembly, and they all agreed that we are going to stop it. And thank God, they were given an off of 2 weeks, and they were official, and we thank God, and that was courage. So that is one of the attributes I can bring, and wisdom which is given by God.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Muntat, and I wish you the very best. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. I want to invite Carol to ask you some questions. Carol, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Muntant, as a member of the IBC, your understanding and knowledge of the legal framework that governs IBC will be instrumental in the exercise of your duties. In your own understanding, what is the mandate of the IBC under the Political Parties Act?
The mandate of IBC is well spelled in Article 88 of the Constitution, and that is registration of voters, that is of foreseeing the election, and also registrations of political parties. So those are some of the mandates of IEBC.
Absolutely. So let's come back to what you said, registration of political parties. Under the political parties, IBC has been given certain responsibilities. What do you understand those to be in relation to the political parties?
IBC.
Yes, the institution you'd like to join.
Yes, IBC's work is to monitor the registrations of political parties and also educate them on the importance of voter registrations. And the other very, very important thing is for IBC ensure that political parties also bring their candidate list in good time for registrations. So those are some of the what IBC is expected of political parties.
So in your own way, as a follow-up question, how does the IBC regulate or monitor the political parties? What are the things that IBC does that it is able to undertake this function?
One is IBC ensure that works with the registrar of political parties to ensure that all political parties are registered with the registrar of political parties, and they fulfill the legal frameworks of IBC.
Thank you. I wish you well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I want to invite Koki Muli to ask you some questions. Koki, please.
Thank you very much, Chair. Dr. Mutet,
yes.
I want us to discuss a little bit about making the conduct of elections and management of elections professional. So the first question I would like you to answer for us is, do you believe that candidates for IEBC commissioners, including yourself, should possess core competencies in management and conduct of elections?
Yes.
Very good. Now, list for the panel and the people watching you four ways through which we can professionalize the management of elections, supervision and conduct of elections. Just list them, 4 ways in which we can professionalize the conduct. Don't list the one we are going through. Right now we are interviewing you. That's one process of professionalizing the conduct of elections and management of elections. Now list 4 others.
Yes. One is that it is important that the IBC commissioners are competent enough. So the competency of IBC commissioners is very crucial because I strongly believe that this panel is going to come up with a well-blended commission.
You told us you are involved in the expansion of Moi University.
Yes.
You set up all these colleges,
Yes.
culminating in Masai Mara, where you finally settled.
Yes.
The same expansion is also what led to almost the collapse of Moi University.
It's true.
So being the officer, what could you attribute being you told us you're behind.
Yes.
Yeah. So how would you explain it in terms of your leadership, governance, financial management? What is your comment?
It was a Senate decision, although I would say it was influenced by politics. Moi University by that time, it was one of the best university you have ever thought. Where some of us who were, part of the university, when we see what is going now, we feel like crying, because Moi University was one of the best universities that you ever thought will go the way it has gone. But that expansion, I want to say, it was partly political. In fact, we had all politicians flowing to the VC's office, requesting for a campus in their region, in what, and it was a mistake. I must now, in fact, in the university that I am in, Tharaka University, I have personally stood that we should never go that way.
You couldn't stood when you are at Moi to tell and advise the Senate that it's not economically viable.
Most of you have worked with the universities. I was being a coordinator. You are a very small person in the university. Those are decisions made by Senate, deans committee, that is, and management. And so for me, I was just a secretariat to implement what has already passed. But there's no way that because I don't sit in management. When I sit in Senate, just to take notes. When I sit in the Dean's Committee.
I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Now you're going to IEBC.
Yes.
It's all about politics. They are all politicians there. You'll be making decisions affecting or impacting on these politicians. So how will you handle it differently from how you handle in that situation?
First of all, as I'm a council member of Tharaka University, I have stood my ground that we should never go the Moi University way, because I'm in decision making. And I'm happy. Anytime they have tried to move, I've managed to convince council that let's not allow. And truly, we told them, like now we have a lot of lands. We have lands in Kitui, we have in Machakos, we have in Meru, and we have title deeds. But we told them, let us start school. If it is a school of business, let's start it if it's a must. But campuses that will go to constituency colleges, we have, through the experience we got in Moi, I have stopped it. Now, come to IBC. I will be in the decision making. I will implore among my commissioners that no, let us try to avoid making decision through political patronage. So that one, I will try my best, because where I have worked, I have seen it failing. So I will try, because I'm now in decision making. And maybe even those who are in Moi University by then, they never thought that Moi can go that way. Because, all those universities went with resources, but they never brought back to Moi University. Every campus goes, it's given this amount. It never brings back when the university become a constituent. That is the end of it. When it was campus, it was better. So I promise that when I'll be a commissioner, I will convince my fellow commissioners that we will try as much as possible to avoid to follow the route of political patronage.
And then lastly, using your leadership, you talked of governance and resource mobilization skills. How would those skills contribute to the credibility of IBC?
Thank you very much. One, IBC is really having a lot of problem on funding, and they rely fully on the exchequer. The reason why I said I will strengthen the research component of IBC is that because they are, for example, I strongly believe there should be a time for IBC to have its own offices. And this can only be done through extra money coming. And outside there are partners who really love Kenya, maybe international, like the Bill Gates plus Melinda Foundation, and USAID was a very good, but now because of what America has done, maybe, but EU also, and also we have also even local partners, and to me, I see a point of maybe creating an endowment fund with IBC, where like-minded people can contribute to it with friends of IBC, like this selection panel. After that, we can approach, because they are friends of IBC, even politicians. We can approach them as friends of IBC to contribute. And purposely, this endowment is to build a headquarters for IBC. And also with that, there are organizations which CSR policy may accommodate some of the funding of IBC, maybe through kinds or monetary. We can approach those companies, maybe even parastatal, government parastatal, they have CSR, so that they can be able to give a hand where need be.
Now, how different is that endowment fund that you are proposing from the IBC fund that is created in the IBC Act?
The endowment fund, it gives you freedom now to approach individual organizations to give freely. Even us as commissioners of IBC, we can contribute to it. Yeah, so, and maybe so that is where the difference comes in. Maybe the money is put into a fixed account until a time is seen that this money can now do for us what we purpose to do.
If the IEBC fund is operationalized, you can't put the money in a fixed account.
No, you can, but you see, this money now, you are limited on expenditure to it. It is by the legislation. But this one, I'm saying the endowment fund that is going to be created is now going purposely to me. I will try to convince the commissioners that this money, even if we may not get a target during our tenure, but it will be purposely for constructing the headquarters for the IBC. But this other money is purely for other operation for IBC, voter registration, and
Now, if you
conducting election.
Let me stop you there. If
Yes.
you happen to get a chance,
Yes, sir.
kindly read again the functions of that IEBC fund,
Okay.
and you will appreciate
Okay.
why it would actually serve the same purpose that is in the endowment fund.
Okay, thanks.
So thank you, Chair. I wish you well, Daktari.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, back to you, Chair.
Thank you. Evans Msati, please.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chair. Solomon.
Yes, sir.
I want to take you back to our constitution.
Yes, sir.
Our constitution of Kenya intentionally separates policy oversight from operational management. Operation and management. Please give some of the reasons why that is so, particularly in institutions like IEBC, where the commissioners and the secretariat who make over policies, and the management, which is the secretariat, are separated.
The most important thing is to avoid conflict of interest. I'll give an example of where I work as a council member. Management, our roles are purely oversight. And therefore, I strongly believe that the work of IBC is to make sure that policies are implemented and are done by the administration. So the most important thing is to avoid conflict of interest.
In that, how do you exercise that joint accountability? Because the commissioners are you are the face of the commission. So, and if the secretariat is the one which does operations and management, how do you ensure that you exercise oversight so that to hone the actions of the secretariat?
I think the most one important thing is there is also what we call performer contracting. In performer contracting, this is where people, be able to spell out what they should do by end of year, and their reviews are done. And it's the commission that should ensure that the administrations have met the deadline. And with that, like
you're talking about performance contracting. That
Yes.
means the contracts that you give to the staff.
Yes.
So, but how does that really ensure that you are?
What I'm saying is that that will ensure that the mandate of administration is totally separated. And separation, it is the commission, because you are an oversight.
I agree with you.
Yes.
The separation is very clear.
Yes.
But I'm asking, how do you ensure joint responsibility? How do you hone the actions of the secretariat? as a commission?
Teamwork. To make sure that out of that there is teamwork, build teamwork and do bonding. Like when the commissions are appointed, they do bonding with the secretariat and ensure that the work and you spell among yourself that the work of administration is purely different, and you also tell yourself as commissioners that our work is different from management, so we should not interfere by what they do. We should concentrate on our mandate as commissioners.
I'm agreeable with you.
Yes.
But how do you hone their actions through which? Anyway,
thank you.
And thanks so much.
Thank you. I want to invite Ms. Fatuma Saman to ask some questions, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Montet.
Yes.
And what would you recommend for countering electoral misinformation, especially in marginalized areas? Misinformation. What would you recommend to help counter that misinformation?
I think the most important thing is civic, civic education, especially from remote areas, and use the appropriate means of communication where that particular community understands. So it is the commission that should ensure that proper information, either through barazas, either through radio, the dialect of those community, and other forms of communication that that community understands. So through the staff of IEBC, Commission should ensure that the right information through the right forums is conveyed.
Thank you very much. Wish you well.
I invite Nicodemus to also ask a question, please.
Thank you, Chair. Bwana Muntet.
Yes, sir.
The Constitution emphasizes the need for state officers to uphold integrity. What is your understanding of the principles of integrity as provided under Chapter 6 of the Constitution?
The principle of integrity is where roles are well defined and respected. Here, I mean that like if it is resources, you ensure that they are well utilized for the purpose, and avoid also integrity. Also, you avoid conflict of interest. That is very, very crucial when it comes to the principle of integrity.
Can you cite the integrity, the Chapter 6 of the Constitution? Can you cite it? What does it talk about?
Of the Constitution?
Yeah.
The integrity, it talks about being one who is honest, honesty, and honesty and being sincere and truthful.
Yes, and selfless, and so on.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chairman. All the best.
Thank you. I want to invite Professor Adam Solo to ask you some questions, Prof.
Thank you, Chair. Solomon.
Yes, sir.
You are coming from a university setup.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not wrong, most of your life has been in that setup.
It's true.
And you are going to a commission. So maybe you tell this panel how you'll adapt. My statement that I want you to tell the panel how you'll adapt is elections are highly dynamic. Policies evolve every other day. Technology changes every other time. And the political climate shifts. How will Solomon, as a commissioner, lead through such volatility?
Thank you, Prof. With my leadership and governance background, I have done a lot of courses with the School of Government on leadership, so many, and that has built me a lot to be able to understand, the operation of such a commission. So the professionals, is a certificate that I've earned have really shaped me to be able. And then secondly, I've also interacted with my local community in so many aspects. I've been a board member of so many schools. Currently, I am finance director of a trust in my community, public lands. And I've also been a leader of my church, regional level. Like currently, I lead a committee on dispute resolution mechanism for my church, and which have assisted me a lot. I've been able to assist my bishop in bringing the church in my area together and help solve so many problems. And having worked also with the local community in so many aspects, I think this helped me a lot to be able to work. And even when I was in Moi University, I was in charge of the teaching union, staff issues, and even the students. That was a very big university because we were 5,000 staff and over 25,000 population of students. So that, I can say, has built me and to be able to work in a dynamic commission like the IEBC.
Lastly, in this segment, let's stay on the hypothetical path in which Solomon is already a commissioner, and during an election year, a political candidate offers you privileged access to sensitive campaign data, and what he expects from you in exchange is technical advice. What steps would Commissioner Montet take in such a situation?
Thank you, Prof. In such a situation, I think you just have to be candid to the political party or the politician, if it's a political party or a politicians, and tell that this is wrong in a very decent way, and convince that this has to be nullified. And I think you have no other option. And with the oath of office that you have taken as a commissioner, I think you just have to respect the law and just say this must be nullified, and it's because of A, B, C, D. And that, several times because of I'm a TOT from the School of Government. I've been called upon severally by many political parties to train their observers, their agents. And in that aspect, we have always educated them, even the politician, that if you go against the law, there's no other option but to accept that that must be nullified.
Thank you, Chair.
Prof, you have 2 last questions, please.
Yes, Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Kote.
Yes, sir.
This is the session in which we ask high school questions through the chair. And I can see that you have a Doctor of Philosophy degree in tourism management. And therefore, matters of wildlife and tourism is your expertise. Which 2 African countries are best known for gorilla trekking?
Congo and South Africa.
If you stayed within East Africa, apart from Congo?
Kenya.
All right.
Yes.
I can go to the next question, which is name 2 African countries. Name 2 African countries that the equator passes through. I'm sure growing up that was a geography question. Name 2 African countries. There are many,
Yes.
but name 2 that the equator passes through.
One is Kenya, and the other one is
30 seconds.
Ghana.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muntet. We are glad and grateful for your time and for the responses you have made. Do you have any comment or any question to make?
I just want to say, Chair, together with the panelists of the selection panel for IEBC, as I said earlier, I'm very, very grateful for shortlisting me among so many Kenyans. I find it a favor. And it was not at first, my mom pleaded with me not to come for this interview. Because said, I was told you are taking yourself for a slaughterhouse. Why do you take yourself to a slaughterhouse? But I remember convincing her that I'm not. I'm only going to contribute to my country. And she prayed for me, and she called some bishops to come and pray for me, and she accepted, and she blessed me. So I purposely came here to offer my service to my nation. And thank you very much for putting me among the few who have come to face this selection panel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we are grateful for the time and even the demonstration of courage to come when Mama has felt that you shouldn't come. Please go and encourage her that it's not a slaughterhouse. You have your certificates. A gentleman at the door will give you your certificates. The notebook and the pen are yours. Otherwise, thank you very much and God's blessings to you. Asante.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Karibu sana, Daktari. Do you want to get another candidate? Okay, if he has come, then we will receive him. But if they haven't arrived, Stephen Kiambi. You are scheduled. Let me confirm.